Well, greetings, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Begin by Praying. Now, last week we talked about the fact that God does speak to us, and if we abide in a close relationship with Him, we can hear Him speak to our hearts. We said that God will never speak to us anything that violates His word. Everything He says lines up with His truth, and He stands ready and willing to speak to you about the circumstances in your life. We looked at the biblical principle in Habakkuk that says when God speaks a word, that answer may be delayed, but wait for it, because when it comes quickly. So let's take a look at some examples in the Bible that give us some encouragement for those times when we're waiting for the answers to our prayers, and those answers aren't coming quickly. From the time that God promised Abraham and Sarah they were going to have a son, they had to wait 25 years before it came to pass. God told them that at the appointed time, you're going to have a child. Now, Sarah was so far beyond the age of childbearing, she laughed at God. And God looked at Abraham and says, what's she laughing at? Doesn't she believe me? I'm telling you, I'm coming back here at the appointed time. And when I do, I'm going to announce to you that you're going to have a son. 25 years later, God shows up at their doorstep again. Bam! Sarah's pregnant. And it happened just like that. 25 years of waiting, over in an instant. From the time that God anointed David, the next king of Israel, he had to wait 13 years to see it happen. He spent those 13 years running for his life as King Saul was trying to kill him to prevent him from assuming the throne. Then one day in a battle, all three of Saul's sons are killed, and Saul kills himself in an instant. Every obstacle that stood between David and the throne wiped out. And suddenly it's like, I'm the king. I've been on the run for 13 years, and now all of a sudden, I'm the king. Many of the Psalms that David wrote were during this time period when he was on the run. And we see him crying out, how long, O Lord, will my enemies pursue me? How long, O Lord, must I wait? But he did wait, and he waited in total confidence that God was going to make good on his word. Jacob had to wait 7 years before he could marry Rachel. And the Bible tells us that those years seemed like only a matter of days to him because of his love for her. Wow, we should all be encouraged by that when God's answer does come, it's going to come so quickly that all the time we've spent waiting for Him are going to seem like just a matter of days because the end result was worth the wait. How about you? Do you have an example of something God spoke to you and you had to wait for that answer, but when that answer came, it just blew you away? If you do, I'd love to hear it. Reach out to me online and share it with me. And I'd love to share these stories with other people as well. Next week, we're going to talk about receiving confirmation on what you know God spoke to your heart. This is a difficult topic, but we're going to tackle it. So come back next week and we'll wrap it up. Until then, keep your eyes on Jesus and not on your troubles. Thank you.